Okay, what was the last thing you searched for online? Seriously, take a second. For most of us, it was probably something practical, right? Or maybe something personal, or just quick curiosity. But when you zoom out, all those little searches, thousands, millions every day, they actually paint this incredible picture. It's like a real-time mirror showing what we're all thinking about, wondering about, reacting to, right across the U.S. So today, we're doing a deep dive into that mirror. Our mission, basically, is to unpack a whole stack of recent search trends here in the States. We want to figure out what's really grabbing the nation's attention right now, and we'll pull out the key bits of knowledge, the insights, directly from the source material you've given us, get right to the heart of what's trending.
Exactly. And these trends, they give you this kind of unfiltered pulse of what people are interested in. You see everything, breaking news, big money movements, massive pop culture stuff, even really specific local events. And we're not just looking at what people searched for, we're digging into why. Why does it matter? What does it actually reveal about, the collective mindset today?
Okay, sounds good. Let's unpack this then, starting with some of the really high volume searches from our sources. Right at the top, over 200,000 searches, Grand Canyon Lodge. Makes you wonder straight away what was driving that. Such
Yeah.
sudden, intense interest in what you'd think is a pretty calm place.
Well, and the key takeaway here, I think, is how specific the searches get when there's like an immediate worry. People weren't just vaguely looking up the lodge. No, they were searching for Grand Canyon Lodge North Rim Wildfire, Grand Canyon Lodge Fire, things like North Rim Lodge Fire.
Oh, okay. So very event-driven.
Totally. This isn't just, oh, some breaking news. It really underlines this critical shift in how people get immediate safety info.
Yeah.
You see terms like Dragon Bravo Fire, mentions of Arizona. It really pinpoints a specific thing happening right then. It shows how search engines have become this like primary real-time lifeline, maybe even bypassing traditional news for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, for communities dealing with, immediate threat, safety concerns, it's where they turn first.
And then, just as fast as our attention is on that kind of urgent local issue, boom, it snaps right over to the very different world of pop culture. Who Won Love Island 2025 also shot up to that same 200K plus search volume.
Yeah.
It really makes you wonder, what is it about these shows that pulls in such intense, almost like personal public attention?
It's fascinating, isn't it? And what's really interesting about these searches is just how granular they are, super specific. People are asking, sure, who won Love Island 2025? Love Island winners, okay. But they're also drilling right down into contestant names. Amaya Love Island, Brian Love Island.
Right down to individuals?
Exactly. And even more telling, I think, are searches like, what time is Love Island finale? Love Island uses season 7 winners leaked.
Leaked, wow.
Yeah, and even questions like, did Amaya and Brian split the money? This shows more than just, fans being engaged. It really highlights that whole phenomenon of parasocial relationships.
Oh, right, where viewers get really invested.
Deeply invested, almost like personal investments in the lives of these reality TV people. Their drama becomes like a personal, immediate curiosity for the viewer. And you also see searches for the Love Island reunion, so the story keeps going even after the finale.
Okay, so shifting gears again from that intense personal drama of reality TV. Our collective curiosity seems to broaden out again, this time to the massive global scale of sports. The World Cup dominating searches, again, over 200,000 queries. And that includes interest in both the main FIFA World Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup 2025.
Yeah, and this brings up a really interesting question about just how wide-ranging public interest is and the kind of unexpected links that pop up. So beyond the obvious stuff like specific teams, Chelsea or players, Reece James, or stadiums like MetLife Stadium. What's particularly intriguing, maybe a bit less obvious, are terms like Trump Chelsea and Trump FIFA.
Huh. Okay, that is interesting. What do you make of that?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it kind of suggests how public conversation increasingly blurs the lines, doesn't it, between entertainment, politics, celebrity culture.
Right. It all gets mixed together.
Exactly. It reflects this modern sort of attention economy where topics you wouldn't think are related can collide and actually drive collective interest, especially around huge global events like the World Cup. But yeah, these searches definitely show massive anticipation for these big upcoming tournaments.
Okay. So while a lot of what we've looked at touches on, leisure time, maybe financial interests, the digital mirror also reflects these moments of shared distress, urgent need for information. Which brings us to the next trending topic, Kentucky shooting.
Huh.
Over 100,000 searches. And it's a pretty stark reminder of that critical function.
Yeah, absolutely. And the specific searches here, they point to an immediate focus on local news, on safety concerns. You see terms like Kentucky shooting, obviously, but also Lexington shooting, Kentucky church shooting today, Richmond Road Baptist Church, Kentucky, even Guy House, Lexington. People are looking for very specific, localized updates.
Right. Trying to understand what's happening, where it's happening.
Precisely. And the fact that WKYT, which is a local news channel, pops up, plus geographical points like Lexington KY, Bluegrass Airport, Lexington Airport, it really narrows that focus. It just underscores how people turn to search for immediate local info during these critical incidents. It highlights that, urgent community need for updates in a crisis.
Okay. Now, a definite shift again over to finance, cryptocurrency. Bitcoin price seeing over 50,000 searches. Seems like our wallets, our investments, they're definitely on our minds.
They certainly are. And the search terms here are pretty straightforward. Bitcoin price, its ticker BTC, Crypto Week, Bitcoin price today, Bitcoin price USD. And significantly, why is Bitcoin going up? That last one points to people not just checking the price, but trying to understand the movement.
Trying to figure out the why.
Exactly. It clearly indicates there's a segment of the public actively watching, monitoring, trying to make sense of these digital asset markets. It reflects that ongoing, mainstream attention on crypto, volatile as it is.
Okay. And from the sometimes confusing world of digital finance, we completely leap again, this time into the, theatrical world of professional wrestling. Sky also generated over 50,000 searches.
Right. And need to clarify here, Sky, in this context, it's pointing to the wrestler Io Sky, specifically within the WWE Evolution 2025 event. And what really jumps out here is the sheer dedication of the fan base. They're seeking immediate information, results, schedules, specific performers.
You want the details now.
Instantly. You see it in searches like WWE Evolution 2025 results, WWE Evolution 2025 match card, WWE Evolution start time, plus references to other big names, Rhea Ripley, Naomi WWE, Charlotte Flair. It really highlights that passionate engagement. Wrestling fans want every single detail about their sport.
Got it. Okay, now we've got maybe a quicker one here, a dip into celebrity and sports crossover. Olivia Culpo, over 20,000 searches. Smaller volume, but what's the takeaway?
Yeah, it's a smaller volume, but the Olivia Culpo search, which is often tied to Christian McCaffrey.
Right, the football player.
Exactly. It kind of exemplifies how our collective interest often goes beyond just, the professional side of things into the personal lives of public figures. It's just a reminder of how celebrity culture and sports culture are so intertwined now. It creates this sort of lifestyle search interest, showing a broader curiosity about, fame and personal stories mixing.
Makes sense. And then amidst all these, fast-moving trends and urgent news, there's this familiar, almost heartwarming search that stands out. Elmo. Also over 20,000 searches. It's kind of comforting, actually.
It really is, isn't it? In this digital world dominated by fleeting trends and viral moments, seeing Elmo consistently searched is, it's kind of profound, actually. It speaks to that enduring multi-generational appeal of these foundational cultural things like Sesame Street.
Yeah, something stable.
Exactly. It suggests that amongst all the new stuff, all the noise, there's still this powerful, persistent human need for, comfort, nostalgia, shared experiences, things that last longer than a trend and connect different generations.
Okay, one more quick one back in the crypto world, but this time for a specific altcoin, meaning, not Bitcoin. XRP. Also with 20,000 plus searches.
Right. And similar to Bitcoin, the focus here is clearly financial. XRP price, Ripple XRP price prediction, XRP news. This shows a more targeted interest. It's not just about Bitcoin anymore. It indicates a broader, maybe more sophisticated engagement with the whole crypto market. People are looking into specific digital assets, maybe for investment, maybe just tracking news about what they hold.
So, okay, we've jumped around quite a bit, covered a lot of ground, from wildfires to Love Island, to Bitcoin, to Elmo. After diving into all these different data points, what does this whole picture, this mosaic of searches, actually mean when we pull it all together?
Well, when you piece it all together like that, it paints this really compelling, real-time portrait of American consciousness, doesn't it? You see a society that's, on the one hand, gripped by these really urgent, practical concerns, wildfires, community safety, but at the exact same time, deeply immersed in escapist pop culture, global sports stories, the speculative thrill of
It's a
finance.
real mix.
It's a huge mix, and it reveals how search engines act as this unfiltered, very personalized barometer of our collective anxieties, our passions, our curiosities, and just how incredibly quickly public attention can pivot and diversify across so many different kinds of topics.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. So thinking about all this, what stands out to you, the listener, about these trending searches? This deep dive has given us, I think, a really fascinating glimpse into the collective mind of the U.S. right now.
Absolutely. And maybe something for you to mull over is, what can these searches, which seem so different on the surface, tell us about how we actually process information, how we prioritize news versus entertainment, how we engage with the world, and, what might be the next unexpected thing to suddenly capture everyone's attention?
That's a great question to end on. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into what people are searching for today. It's always a real pleasure to unpack these trends with you.
My pleasure. Thanks for diving in with us.